Our Rotary reporter today, we're going to be talking with Carl Slocum. Carl has been a Rotarian for 31 years. Member of the Warner Robins Rotary Club. He's been a board member. He held the office of Sergeant at Arms, and he also has perfect attendance for 25 years. Carl came to Warner Robins some 35 years ago, and he was in the retail grocery business, but that wasn't what brought him to town. And I'd like to start off with Carl, maybe you can tell us a little bit about how you got here in Warner Robins and how you happened to stay.
Well, I worked for the Link Simulator, which is a division of Singer Company, and in Binghamton, New York. And the Singer Company had a bomb rack contract with Robins Air Force Base, and it was under a guarantee of performance. And so Singer was required by the government to finish and redo the contract and all the bomb racks that were defective and so forth. And it was such a big problem for Singer, they transferred 6 management people, and I was one of them, down here to complete the contract. And that was in 1974. And I thought I was going to be moving back to New York or other areas of the country where Singer had divisions. And I just made up my mind I was going to stay in the warm climate. And I ended up going in business, buying a supermarket on Russell Parkway. At that time it was called Watson Road, and it was a 2-lane highway. And that was in 1976. And I've been in business, thanks for the community and so forth. I've been in business now for 33 years in Warner Robins. And I'm very pleased to be a member of Rotary. And I joined Rotary in 1978. And it's been a good program for me all those years.
Carl was born up in Pennsylvania, and that's, I think, why he mentioned the fact that he wanted to come to a warmer climate. And like many of us who are here in Warner Robins, that's one of the reasons why we're still here. He has a BA degree in business administration from Lycoming College. And like he said, he was a supermarket owner and operator for all those years from 1976 and on. Because of the fact that you were one of the old-time residents of the city, Carl, tell us a little bit about how things have changed and the changes you might have seen over the years since you first opened your store.
I guess one of the biggest things is I've seen the annexation of a multitude of acreage of land. When I moved here, basically the city stopped at Highway 96, and now it's moved out west of Watson Boulevard and on the interstate of 75. That's one of the big changes. The population has grown significantly, and many other things that don't come to my mind right now, but it's certainly the growth of the city is one of the biggest things.
Carl has been active in city leadership positions and so forth over the years. He was a member, of course, of the Chamber of Commerce. And he has been, his business was selected as Small Business of the Year. And what year was that, Carl?
That was 2005. And I was very proud to have received that. It was from the Chamber. I also served on the Chamber 2 different terms, 3-year terms, as far on the Board of Directors. And that has been a very educating experience and very good. The Chamber does a wonderful job in the city of Warner Robins.
I also understand that you received a key to the city from a former mayor, Donald Walker.
Yes, as part of the presentation of the Outstanding Business of the Year, Mayor Donald Walker found time to come over to my business on North Davis Drive and presented me with the key of the city, which I'm proud to receive. It was a very good honor, and I have it on the wall in my office. Everybody has remarked that might be the key to get out of the jail, but I'm not sure.
Well, I don't think you're headed that way, Carl. Not with all you've done over the years. As a longtime member of this club, of the Warner Robins Rotary Club, and of course with 25 years of per attendance, which is certainly a significant achievement. Tell us about the changes that you've seen in the club since you've been here and been a member.
Well, obviously the growth of the club has been very significant. I served as Sergeant of Arms, I think that was probably 1982 or 83, in that time frame. And one of the things I'll probably never forget, when I was Sergeant of Arms, I was going through the particular people that had come in late that day, and it was 2 or 3 of the doctors, and Dr. Wynn, Dr. Callahan, and Dr. Whitaker, and 2 or 3 other ones. And I listed them all as doctors, except I was a pretty good friend of Dr. Whitaker's, and I said, Jim Whitaker came in late, and he piped up real loud and says, "What am I, not a true doctor?" And I said, I was so embarrassed, I said, "Excuse me, Dr. Whitaker." And that was one of the incidents that happened to me in Rotary. But some of the changes have been made. Seeing a lot of several presidents come through, and all have done a good job. I don't think of anything unusual. One thing I will say, I was a member of the Rotary when we were meeting in a restaurant, cafeteria, 21st Century Cafeteria, which was ultimately closed down. And one of the problems we found out was that it wouldn't pass fire inspection. And we were meeting in the basement, and had there been a fire, we wouldn't have got out. So I'm not sure if that was done on purpose or what with the Rotary. But that's one of the significant things that I recall.
Yeah, you were also a member, of course, when we inducted the first women into the club, and you've probably seen the age of the club go 2 ways, probably into an older generation, and now it's coming back around where we got a lot of younger members.
You're right there. I do recall seeing women inducted into the club. And my first thought, boy, we didn't want women in the club. And then I found out they do all the work, so volunteer-wise. So I said it's been a great thing having women in the club.
Well, Carl, it's been a pleasure talking with you today, and you got anything else that you'd like to tell us before we leave?
I think we've covered it pretty good. I still am very proud to be a member of Rotary, and I think it's one of the more prestigious clubs. And certainly I'm proud of what the Rotary does in the world, and certainly conquering polio pretty much. And it's been just a fantastic opportunity for me in both my business and personal life.
Well, Carl, thank you for your time today.